This is the first time the Institute has conducted crash tests on convertibles. We were a little surprised that so many of these cars performed well in our tests. Still, the results show that you can have fun in the sun more safely in some of these convertibles than others. Although most of them got good ratings for frontal crash protection, there were big differences in how well they'll protect you in side and rear crashes. The best performers were the Saab 9-3 and the Volvo C70, both of which earned our top safety pick award for overall crash protection. That means they got good ratings for frontal crash protection, side crash protection, and rear crash protection. In addition, both vehicles come with electronic stability control as standard equipment, and they have roll bars to protect you in the event of a rollover. The Pontiac G6 had the worst overall results among these 10 convertibles. It got an acceptable rating for frontal crash protection, which isn't bad, except that so many of the other convertibles got good ratings. More importantly, though, in the side impact, it got only a marginal rating. And that's in part because this side airbag doesn't come up high enough to provide head protection for the occupants in a side crash. And finally, the seats and head restraints were rated only marginal because they didn't provide adequate protection against whiplash injury in rear crashes. When we look at real-world crashes, we see that more of the crash deaths in convertibles involve rollover. And that's not surprising since there's no roof. It's important to reduce that risk in convertibles by having roll bar systems. And a number of the vehicles in this group have these pop-up roll bars. When they're not needed, they're stored behind the head restraints. But if sensors detect a serious crash that could result in rollover or a rollover itself, then they pop up to help preserve the headroom to protect the occupants. We hope people shopping for convertibles will use our test results to choose a convertible that offers them the best occupant protection. Of course, all bets are off if they don't use their safety belts. And people should remember that even with good crash test results, you're not as well protected in a convertible as you are in a comparable coupe or sedan.